Eat Lux your way with the Lux Cravings boxes from Taco Bell. There's the classic $5 box, the indulgent $7 box, and a whole new obsession in the $9 box, the Flamin' Hot Grilled Cheese Burrito. Try the Lux Cravings boxes at Taco Bell today.
As sports fans, we may cheer for different teams, but there's one thing that we can all agree on. We want the game to be big. And with 3 levels, 30 cabanas, a 143-foot screen, 6 clean pools, and endless cold drinks, it doesn't get any bigger or any better than Stadium Swim in Las Vegas. All sports, all seasons. It's more than a pool deck. Stadium Swim. It's the only thing like it in the world.
Check out the all-new Blue and Orange store at the Boise State Hall of Fame. The Blue and Orange store has your best game day gear. We're talking jerseys, hats, bumper stickers, car flags, more than 4,000 hats on the hat wall. If you want the best Boise State gear, make sure you check out the Blue and Orange store online at theblueandorangestore.com or the all-new Blue and Orange store down at the Boise State Allen Noble Hall of Fame.
Sunny days call for Sun Cruiser Vodka Iced Tea. Made with real iced tea and real vodka. Refreshing and goes down smooth. Let the good times cruise with Sun Cruiser.
How's your day going?
Going good. Thank you again.
When I want Boise State to win, I trust Coach Rice to lead the Broncos to victory.
And when I want the best painting and garage floor coating, I trust rowpaint.com to get that job done right.
You could win one of 2 trips to see Banana Ball live. Purchase 2 Body Armor products, use Let's Go Rewards, and you're entered to win. Right now, Body Armor is buy one, get one for $1 with Let's Go Rewards. Start getting those entries in. Let's go.
Around here, toughness isn't talked about. It's lived.
Matt Wagner with the one-handed catch down.
Early mornings, late nights.
Julian Bowen with 4.
Work that doesn't make the highlight reel.
Same mindset, different uniform.
This is the blue-collar grit, earned, not given.
Tough days don't stop us. They build us.
McMillan shoots and scores.
For the workers who don't back down, Ford doesn't either.
Shannon fires.
Lithia Ford of Boise, where Ford begins in Idaho.
This is Bronco Nation News Live. The best interviews, the most informed opinions, the latest breaking news, all from the top Boise State insiders. Bronco Nation News Live is the only daily show that talks nothing but Boise State sports. And we do it with you. Give us your comments or questions in the ICCU YouTube chat. Or leave us a voicemail on the Signature Roofing voice inbox at speakpipe.com/BNN. BNN broadcasts come from the Sun Cruiser Studios. Sunny days call for Sun Cruiser Vodka Iced Tea, made with real iced tea and real vodka. It's refreshingly smooth and easy to drink. Crack open a Sun Cruiser and let the good times cruise. Bronco Nation News is presented by our title sponsor, Lithia Ford of Boise, and our major sponsors, Taco Bell, Idaho Central Credit Union, RoadPaint.com, and the Blue and Orange Store. At Lithia Ford of Boise, we're proud to stand with Boise State Athletics. Through our NIL marketing partnerships, we're investing in the future of student athletes. Lithia Ford of Boise, here to get you there, wherever that may be. Lithia Ford of Boise, where Ford begins in Idaho. Broadcasting from the Sun Cruiser Studios, here's BJ Rains with another edition of Bronco Nation News Live.
What's up, Bronco Nation? Good morning from Boise State. BJ Rains with you. Johnny Ballgame, host of Prater in the Ballgame, weekdays 3 to 6, and this is a Thursday edition of Bronco Nation News Live. And starting a couple minutes early, Johnny, because we've got practice today. We are going to watch football practice today and give our thoughts and observations. They get the final practice before the first scrimmage on Saturday of fall camp, as they are basically at the midway point right about now of fall camp. But a little cool, but a beautiful, beautiful day starting here on the campus at Boise State. You got students walking to class. I don't miss those days at all, Johnny. But
yeah. A lot of those early morning walks to class where you thought about it every which way. Should I go or should I not? Do I have anything due?
Oh, yeah.
Is it a lecture day or is it a group? All that stuff, figuring it out. And just go.
And that's why it took Johnny 7 years to some parts of college I miss. I do not miss the walk to class like this, gentleman.
Beautiful days like this, though, guys.
What class you going to, man? What class you got? Statics. Oh. He's already late, he said. Well, good luck to you, man.
Statics?
Oh, I don't know what class.
I don't know what that is. Somebody in the comments, he said he's going to statics.
Is it maybe statistician?
That's what I was thinking, like, it's in the math.
Static,
is it science? Is it engineering?
Sounds too hard.
I don't even know what department that's in. Statics? I don't even know.
He said I'm already late, so it must be a 9 a.m. class there. If you're
20 years ago was a long time, man. That's when we were walking around.
We are in the Sun Cruiser Studios, mobile studios here. Hopefully you can hear us okay. Hopefully the internet is going to last for the show today. So if there are any issues, make sure to let us know in the chat. But appreciate Sun Cruiser. Try their new blueberry lemonade flavor. And Johnny, your guys' studios is the Lithia Ford of Boise studios.
It is.
Lithia Ford of Boise is our title sponsor. Love Jim Sturk. Love Lithia Ford of Boise. Appreciate Jim. And if you're looking for a newer pre-owned vehicle, get out to Lithia Ford of Boise today.
He was at Augusta this week.
I know. He's still there, I think, today.
Still there.
Yeah. Maybe sneaking us a hat or a shirt or something on the way back. But I think you guys are going to get him on tomorrow, right? Maybe.
That's the plan.
All right. Yeah. Jim Sturk live from Augusta National. I guess can't have a phone on the grounds. I was watching this morning. Don't get me started on this, Johnny. I still don't understand why you have to watch a featured group on an app when this is 2026. Why is the entire Masters tournament not on an actual channel? I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, it's the Masters. I mean, hell, 20 years ago, you could only see a few holes on television. You know, you never got to see them even on TV, but it is gotten a lot better with the coverage over the years. And I don't know who's off to a good start. Post us some Masters scores in the comments if you guys are watching this while you're checking us out. I am.
I got in there too.
I am in the pool, man.
Surf City Bill, statics are a math class.
Figured.
D-Race is statics. Perry says that's code for he has no idea.
I think it's a branch of the statistics tree.
Finishing my last mandatory math class was probably the greatest day of my life. That's
yes.
how I felt about Spanish. That's how I felt about Spanish. I took the I don't know, in KU, if you took the summer classes, they were sometimes easier.
Yeah.
Where you'd go to in St. Louis, you'd go to the junior college over the summer, the 8-week or 4-week crash course over the summer.
I did that too.
The summer to get the Spanish class done. Where on the first day, the teacher even says like, just work with us here and we'll get you your
your C
get
and
you your
get out of
grade
here.
And get out.
Yeah.
It's exactly. It was the evening class twice a week in the summer junior college and then have it transfer back to KU. I remember. Oh man, there were some classes I were getting a couple.
I took math in summer up in Moscow because I
what's up?
Oh, they're talking to somebody else. They weren't even hogging for you, man.
You were telling a story.
Oh, never mind. Just summer school is a good way to get credits that you would struggle with during normal terms.
Natalie says engineering class. So maybe it's
okay.
I'll
buy that too.
I want no part of that either. Math, mental abuse for humans. Physics, yeah, no thanks. At one point, Johnny, growing up, I took a school field trip to a local TV station. You met, the St. Louis version of Jay Tust, and I met the meteorologist there. And at one point when I was growing up, I thought I wanted to be a meteorologist growing up.
Be a good gig, man.
And then I realized, I realized you could be right, 20% of the time and have a a job. But I realized all the classes and things you had to do to become a meteorologist, and I said, no thanks. Might pay better than this job. I don't know if I should have stuck with it or not, but I don't know. Oh well.
I would have. I think meteorologist would be a good gig, man. Easy peasy. You're on TV. It's this and that. I mean,
does anybody hate the meteorologist more though when you're trying to watch a sporting event or something? They don't do it as much here. But in Missouri, it's, a weekly thing over the summer where they break into your coverage to talk about the storms on their way and the tornado warning in Boone County or wherever else. And it's like, get that little map in the corner off the screen. I can't see the score. Yeah. It's blocking half of the, NBA finals.
Tornado watch in the Midwest, though, man. That's a big thing.
Nobody here knows what I'm talking about. But anytime you get any kind of watch, they put a little map in the corner of the screen, blocks the score bug if you're trying to watch a basketball game or something. And then they even break in and the guy's telling you that storms are coming. And you're like, let me watch the game. That's probably the most frustrating part, but that's what they storm zone or they storm mode, whatever channel, they call it for. Yeah. All right, they want to talk football. Let's talk football. Do want to talk some basketball as well a little later, Johnny. We had Demario Wheeler-Thomas on our show yesterday. Very well-spoken young man. Looking forward to his addition. There's some other players Boise State is linked to in the portal. And, Johnny, if you're just telling me there's a chance, I'm telling you there's a chance. I don't want to hype people up. I still think it's a long shot, but the intel I am getting is that it is still possible and there are still ongoing efforts behind the scenes for Boise State to potentially land Isaiah Harwell. I don't know if it's going to happen. I don't know how confident I am in it happening. I would still put it at maybe last week I was 5%. I might say 15% now. I think, I mean, based on what I've heard, I still don't think it's likely, but they're trying, and it's not over yet from what I've been told as of last night. And so that's something I want to talk about a little bit as well. But we've been shortchanging football a little bit on this show, which is crazy, Johnny, that 80% of the chat the last 2 weeks has wanted to talk basketball because of all the news and things that have gone on. But we are outside Extra Mile Arena there and the football stadium. It's all kind of in the background here is the backdrop for this. But football practice, they are probably taking the field right about now for some of the pre-stretching and things like that. It'll start at 9:30, and we do want to talk football and some standouts and things. If you have a football question for myself or Johnny, we will get to that. And then, like I said, I do want to touch on basketball. But football, we're about halfway through. First spring scrimmage is on Saturday. We talked to Colton Boomer and Derek Ganter yesterday. Today, we're going to talk to Tim Keene, get some offensive line talk, Zach Hill. I requested both those coaches, so you guys can make sure you mention that on the show today that you're getting both those coaches because they were requested by BNN. But
thank you.
Yeah, I do what I can. We're about, like I said, we're about halfway through camp. We were 2 weeks from Saturday is the spring game. Just kind of any general thoughts, guys that have stood out, questions you have answered, questions you still have. Just let's just get into some football talk here.
My general thoughts are just I think the vibe of the team is a lot different. It's more business-like. More focused, it feels like, in practice.
Very little music.
Yeah, and I don't want to say less fun, but more, I don't know, just more business-like, and not a party, but work. Not a social gathering, work. And that's kind of the message I get. And I think that's where Spencer went with this team, and I can't wait to talk to him about it. Like, just if this happened organically, like you put certain group together and you're going to get you're going to get exuberance. You're going to get loud. You're going to get quiet. You're going to get business. You don't know what you're going to get based on all the players you put in the crock pot, as I like to call it. Or the coach says, guys, we're changing the look and this is how it's going to be now. And we're going to be the old Boise State where, nobody knows who we are. We come out of nowhere. We're just a bunch of blue-collar, hard-working guys, and we're not seeking the ego and the attention or anything like that. Not to say that last year's guys were, you just kind of got that vibe a little bit that, hey, and they were coming off a Fiesta Bowl.
Yeah.
Like they were allowed to have some swagger last year, I thought. This team, I don't think at least does or is allowed to have swagger or does have swagger.
They
It's
lost,
business.
5 games?
Yeah, and I just think that this fan base, if you're a diehard Boise State fan, I'll be honest, I think you're going to like this team. I think you're going to want them to do well. You're going to feel bad for them when they lose. And when's the last time you've done that with Boise State fan? When you feel bad for the guys because you know how much they're trying and how hard they're working and how much it means to them. So that's the ultimate thing for me, guys, is I just see a different vibe. I see a different mindset, and it's more about work. There was a tiny bit of talking back and forth on goal line, but that's expected.
Yeah.
That's encouraged at goal line. The whole team gets around. It's like a bull in the ring, dude. It's one of the most exciting parts of practice. And Jabril Frazier dancing and
a little strut that he had.
Yeah, like that's good. It's not trash talk. That's competition and it's fun. Last year it got to, people were saying things back and forth that you could not say to someone on the street or in the mall, and it was heated every day. And it was fun, and it was funny in some cases, but this team isn't like that. And that's what I would be. That's what's taken me most by surprise, and just I think in a good way.
And I would say the level of competition, the level of compete, the level of how much live periods they've done. I don't ever and maybe they do this in the closed we don't get to watch every second of every practice. So maybe previous years they did that kind of goal line stuff in a closed practice. I don't know. But I don't remember too many times seeing live goal line periods in spring practice. That's a midway through fall camp kind of turn up the intensity type thing. To do live goal line where Sire Gaines and Dylan Riley are 100% trying to get in the end zone from the 2, and the defense is 100% hitting
pads
popping, as you said, guys talking, and yeah, we can't report a whole lot about what happens, but I think it's okay to say that there was a stop on defense, and Jabril Frazier, the great former standout player here, the edge coach here, was kind of on the side right by us and had a little strut, when the defense made the stop there and kind of looked over at us, and they were having some fun at that goal line. But goal line, short yardage, we've been to several practices where they split up into the 2 groups and go live, Johnny. They said last year the tackling was not good. The tackling was not good enough. Everybody can look at some of the plays in the Oregon game on special teams where they missed some tackles, some missed tackles in the Notre Dame game. The South Florida game stood out. There were a ton of missed tackles in the South Florida game. They identified that as a problem, and you can come up with all the drills, all the things you want to do, Johnny, all the teach tape, but in the end, how do you get better at tackling? By tackling. They made an emphasis this spring that, yes, we're going to put a little more injury risk or whatever by having some of these guys go live. Yes, we're going to be willing to do that in spring because the defense needs to be able to tackle better, and the only way you can truly do that is by live tackling. And I hope we get a number at the end of spring ball, Johnny, like how many more live reps maybe did you have this year compared to others in spring?
They'll know that,
because it sure seems like a lot, but I think that the intensity, and we say it they're really getting after it, but I really believe this spring there is something different in terms of the level of competition. Heck, now they do this thing where you get the TV timeout where they're on the side taking a break, and instead of everyone just standing there taking a break, they call out a DB and a receiver and say, okay, a one-on-one from the 30, go, with a QB. Or they call out, they did one the other day with, guys trying to
those are fun,
guard
man.
Each other. And then we were there and we saw the quarterbacks got out there in front of the whole team and had to throw into a net like 35 yards away.
That was fun, man. And then, it was kind of cool. Like the quarterbacks have to throw into this net 40, 45 yards away in the corner of the end zone in front of the whole team. And it's hard to do. But the first quarterback that does it is Zeke Martinez. And me and BJ are like, oh, Zeke, and Zeke's loving it. And he's kind of like strutting. The very next guy up is Madsen, and just
reminds everybody who QB1 is.
It just reminds everybody who QB1 is. And just kind of sit down here. I still got this. That was a lot of fun in,
I don't remember a whole lot of that
too.
kind
But
of
the
stuff
tackling, for some reason, and I love it, whether it's Chins or Danielson or both, but they realized that, tackling is a major issue, not just with this program, but just in college football and just football in general now. And the better you want to be at it comes with more of the risk you take of getting guys hurt. So you just have to figure out the slope. Like, do we want to put our guys at more risk but be better at tackling, or keep our guys healthy and be a little worse at tackling? How do we get both health and skill to tackle? And they've tackled more in this spring ball than I think I've ever seen.
Yes, it's not
and like all the practices I have ever been to, like full on actual, oh my God, they're playing football right now. Like they're playing football. It was an issue. They're addressing it. And I'll be honest, I expect this team to be much better at, tackling, like one of the most fundamental elements of this game. And it's getting lost in all of the, I can't get hurt or protection, or I got to look out for this and that. And that's got lost in this game. And I like the fact that they're doing a lot of that they're not doing a ton of it, but they're doing way more than we've ever seen. And I think it's encouraging too. Even if you get a few guys hurt, I think for the grand scheme of things, be better at tackling. Like I'll just use my Seahawks, for example. You guys watch the NFL. One thing the Seahawks I've noticed do better than anybody, it's simple. They tackle well, and it goes a long way.
Yeah, no doubt about it. The biggest question here from the stable: could Johnny tackle BJ in an open field tackle drill?
Yes.
I couldn't burn by you, but I got some.
I could tackle BJ. The problem is I'm so small. I'm talking like maybe $170 at the most. I would worry about breaking something.
Now I can't show this photo, I don't think, but someone just sent me a photo of the Masters. Looks like that is who is that? That is Rory McIlroy.
Okay,
getting ready to. I'm going to show you this here. Rory McIlroy is getting ready to hit. Look who is in the pink orange shirt right there.
Oh, show it. Jordan K., formerly of Bronco Nation News. He was doing stories for BJ. Now he's 5 feet away from Rory at the Masters. Good for Jay, man.
Wow. Jordan K.
We miss him, man. He was like our baby, man.
He looks the part, man.
He was like our younger brother. Like, we would take him out. You used to take him out, get him all kinds of messed up.
Now Chad says he'd put his entire bank account on you making the tackle. I don't think so.
It would hurt. It would suck, but I would tackle because he's not going to run away from me. I just grab him. I go low, and I mean, not that I'm good or anything, but I played football from 4th grade to 12th grade, like all of us did. Just wasn't good enough to keep going.
Let's see here. How's Quentin Brown looking?
He looks pretty good. I haven't seen a ton from him. 2 guys that stick out. One, and I'll stay in the receiver room, which I like. Darren Morris is good, guys. He's from Southern, the HBCU. Big, fluid, reminds me Cam Camper, Prince Strawn, like of that ilk.
We saw Nitro have a nice catch too.
Nitro looks good too, but he weighs less than I do. Like, we'll see what they can do there. But Darren Morris looks really slick, really smooth. I remember when a guy by the name of Cedric Wilson showed up here from a junior college, and you were like,
okay.
Ooh, okay. I see that with Darren Morris. I think he only has 1 year though, which is a bummer. And then the best player on the team in spring has been Rashawn Jones. I mean, he's up there. Like, I saw 1 touchdown.
I literally have not been to a practice where he hasn't scored.
Thank you. I saw 1 touchdown on Tuesday. 1 the whole day. Of course, Rashawn Jones, corner of the end zone on a goal line drill. He just catches everything that comes his way.
I mean, is he going to be
routes
on your...
are solid. He's 6'3". Who was it? Cam Bates said he's already the strongest receiver in the room, like in the weight room. This is crazy, man. Like, how well he has done. And I hear the work ethic. He's always there. You hear about it too. All anybody talks about is how hard the kid works. That is a massive hit, and he is so far exceeded expectations. It's just crazy. And I feel like silly talking about him because I remember hearing about him in 8th grade when he was dunking a basketball in Baker City. And they were like, dude, there's this kid in Baker. His dad's the high school coach at Baker. And he's like 8th grade and he's dunking. And it's insane. We've never seen it. And here he is 5 years later, whatever it is. And he's at Boise State and they can't cover him. It's weird. He's really, really good, man. And sky's the limit, man. Sky's the limit for that kid.
Yeah, and I know you don't want to overhype the freshmen and stuff, and it's hard to get on a field as a freshman, but I mean, I would be pretty surprised at this point if he's already not a regular part of the wide receiver rotation.
I don't want to say, but I mean, how is he not in the top 3 right now?
Yeah. I'm not ready to quite go starter. I'm not ready to go starter, but
he's going to maybe by the end of the year.
I mean, if you're doing I was actually talking to Nathan Carroll last night. We're already putting together a initial top 25 players list going into the season.
Where do you put him?
Most important players going into the season. And you talk about just the lack of any, big play return. Obviously receiver's a big question. He's probably in the top 20 on this team already. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah.
I mean,
we saw this, we've seen kids come in as teenagers. Ashton Genty looked really good as a 17-year-old too. And we said that too. And we weren't saying he's going to be a first-round pick or a Heisman finalist. We're just saying, wow, he's one of the better players on this team, and he's a teenager, and he's balling out at practice. And look how that turned out. I remember 2 years ago, we were saying the same thing about Sire. Yep. He was 17. He didn't look 17. He's one of the better players out there. And this year, we're saying it about Rashawn Jones, 17. They can't guard him. He catches everything thrown his way. He jumped, just a very, very exceptional athlete at this age. And there's one of these guys every year. Rashawn Jones isn't any better or worse, whatever. He's just kind of this year's new guy where you're like, wow, that guy has proven real quickly that he not only can he play at this level with these guys, but he's one of the better guys. So Darren Morris, who's got 1 year, and then Rashawn Jones, who's got 5. Both those 2 new receivers have really stood out to me. I like both of them a lot.
Yeah, well, plenty of football talk, Idaho sports talk, 3 to 6. So we have practice to get into here in about 10 minutes, Johnny, but any final football thoughts before we switch to basketball?
Final football thoughts.
Just got a text there. Anybody, is that important?
Was it
that important to slow down the
No, it wasn't.
Female?
No.
Okay.
Final thoughts before we go to basketball. The 2 young quarterbacks, still like to see them get a little better every day. I really like the way Cash Herrera throws the ball, but they got a long way to go.
He looks the part.
But
he looks the part.
He's big. He does. Long way to go, though. But it's always fun to see them. And I don't know, maybe we get some more contact today. Another goal line or receivers versus DBs is always fun.
Again, Tim Keene, offensive line coach, Zach Hill, the quarterback's coach, co-offensive coordinator, both talking to the media after practice today. So we'll get both of those interviews up on BNN. All right, going to talk basketball here in a few minutes, some news there. But want to tell you about Lithia Ford of Boise, LithiaFordBoise.com. If you're looking for a new or pre-owned vehicle, make it at Lithia Ford of Boise. Again, great deals, specials going on right now because as the 2026s show up on the lot, they got to get rid of some 2025. So great deals. Lithia Ford of Boise, online, LithiaFordBoise.com. Hey, Sun Cruiser, that blueberry lemonade, pick that up today. Blueberry lemonade, some other great options, strawberry lemonade, pink lemonade. They've got the half and half. They've got the tea flavors. Sun Cruiser, pick them up at your local gas station or grocery store. Sun Cruiser, our studio sponsor at BNN. Hey, Idaho Central Credit Union, ICCU.com. There's a branch pretty much on every corner, but the easiest is that mobile e-branch online banking right there in your smartphone. Idaho Central Credit Union, donating thousands of dollars to the community. They donated $25 to the Idaho Youth Sports Commission for every free throw made inside Extra Mile Arena this year. So just great people doing great things, and it's the best banking experience you're going to have. Make the switch today, ICCU.com. Hey, if you didn't win the lottery and you want to go to Banana Ball, we've got 2 chances for you. You can use your Let's Go Rewards app through Jackson's Let's Go Rewards app. Type in your phone number when you purchase 2 body armor products. Buy one, get one for $1, and you're entered to either go over to Autzen Stadium, see the Savannah Bananas against the Party Animals, or you can see the Texas Tailgaters and the Party Animals here at Albertson Stadium coming up later this summer. Again, that is from our friends at Jackson's. Johnny, did you get Taco Bell this morning?
No, I didn't. But a couple days earlier, absolutely.
The breakfast quesadilla? What's the breakfast?
No, because I went there for dinner.
Okay.
But those new chicken crunch wraps, those mini chicken crunch wraps are really, really good. Taco Bell's coming out with some new menu items that they're knocking it out of the park with. And it's really encouraging. You don't just have to go there and get the old reliables, although you can.
My kids want to all those great items, and my kids love the good old cheesy roll-ups.
Those are really, really good, man.
Yes.
I get a couple of those every now and again, too, because they're like the least expensive item on the menu. Was that Burns walking
Tim
in?
Duryea is texting somebody. I wonder if they got.
Oh, there's Duryea walking in. All right, BJ, what do we got?
Taco Bell, TacoBellWorks.com. Visit a Treasure Valley Taco Bell location today. And we are just steps away from the Blue and Orange Store, theblueandorangestore.com. You can get that Boise State gear, football, basketball, you name it, at the Blue and Orange Store. Those customizable jerseys right there at the Blue and Orange Store. Or you can order anywhere in the world online at the Blue and Orange Store. .com. And don't forget 14,000 hats on the hat wall there at the location at the mall. So we appreciate Travis Hawks and company, and visit the Blue and Orange Store. The best selection, the best prices. The official in-venue merchandise provider of Boise State is the blueandorangestore.com. All right, Johnny, Damari Wheeler-Thomas, what do you think of the addition?
I mean, for everything I've seen on it, I really like. Seems really tough, seems doggish. Chicago area point guard, took his team to the NCAA tournament, one of the best players in the Summit League. And I think if you're one of the best players in the Summit League, you're going to be one of the best players in the Pac-12 league. I think that will translate. I don't think you're going to go from league to league and struggle. I believe you only have him for 1 year. That is a bummer. I wish you had the kid for 2. I feel like when you have him for 2, it's always nice to have that second year in your back pocket. But nowadays, they'll probably just leave you anyway, so I guess it doesn't matter. But I think he's going to run the point. I think NATO will learn behind him, and they found their point guard. I have a massive question with the basketball team, though, and I know it's really hard, and I'm not blaming anybody, but they need bigs, man. Like, there's no bigs on this team.
No.
None.
They have Ethan Latham.
That doesn't count. Okay. Stop it. You know that.
Well,
like,
I'm
there's
just saying
no bigs.
He's a big on the roster, technically.
Yeah, but they can't play him.
No, they need multiple bigs. And the problem is, Johnny, that's the most expensive thing in the
transfer
portal.
I'm not blaming anybody. Like I said, it's really hard. But they need to get him. Yeah.
They need multiple
and they
bigs.
will.
They need multiple bigs. Are you at all
you
at all concerned that we have not heard anything on NATO or Aaron's yet?
Slightly, maybe, but I've talked to people who have kind of told me no, they're going to be back, and I trust those people.
I mean, they are kind of, looks like with Jay Tuss now and having the way they can have these Bronco Studios shows, they've kind of timed some of these announcements and had Jay kind of get the first interview. So they are spreading this out a little bit. So maybe there's something to that with on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays or whatever. Maybe tomorrow we're going to see something, but
they got to throw Tuss to bone, give him a little something to chew on with some of the new guys.
They should, and he's getting the first interview with a lot of these guys, and that's great. I got no problem with that. That's this what they're doing in terms of telling their own story. But I do wonder if that's part of this spreading this out for that. But until it happens, until both those guys are, my understanding felt pretty good about NATO. I feel good about NATO.
I
think you were with me last week. We saw him through the door. We just happened to peek in when they were unloading some beer or something to the arena, and the wagon gate or whatever was open. We could see him in there working out. So I feel pretty good about NATO. Aaron's is the one that you would think now he should look around and go, oh, there's a lot of playing time available. Like Meadow, Keene, all these guys, the 3, 2, 3, 4 position where he can play. Like you would think he has and there's a little cash that Boise State can throw around his way too. I would think he would want to come back. Like maybe he wasn't happy he didn't play more as a freshman. Maybe he doesn't like, we never know what's the psyche of some of these guys. I don't know what he was expecting to do in terms of playing time. I thought at times, Johnny, he had some great games, but I also thought he had some moments where he looked like a freshman. Didn't look like he really should get a whole lot of minutes at times. Frank.
That was a tough one.
So I think that he's a guy that has a lot of potential, a lot of excitement. I hope that he comes back, but again, nothing yet on NATO, nothing yet on Aaron's, and we'll wait and see on that. I mentioned Isaiah Harwell.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not trying to get folks excited. I still don't know if it's going to happen. I think it probably won't happen if we're just being honest, Johnny. But a 5-star prospect, was a top 10 player in the class, played on the AAU circuit with Julian Bowie. They won a national championship together in the AAU circuit. They were at rival high schools there in Pocatello before Isaiah Harwell decided to go to
Pocatello.
He eventually went to an academy there in Utah. Isaiah Harwell did to finish up his high school career, but they had some
you got to go to these academies now, BJ. Yeah. You can't finish playing at the high school.
Now,
no.
Malik Harwell, his brother, lives in Boise. I've said this, Johnny, the Drew Fielder effect. Drew Fielder came in, made $300,000, turned into $2+ million his next year.
Yeah.
If you're Isaiah Harwell, you played 15 minutes a game, you only averaged 2 points, whatever it was at Houston. You played behind other 5-star guards. All right, you're looking for a chance to run an offense, score 20 points a game, be a star, and for 1 year to do it in the town where your brother lives and do it back in Idaho and make $1 million. I mean, If you're Boise State, do you try to throw $1 million at this kid, whatever Drew Fielder wanted, and do you try to make this happen?
I don't know if you have $1 million to throw at him, but
would you take one? Would you take one? Would you take a lesser big as like if you could get Isaiah Harwell?
Yeah, but I think you just sell Harwell on what you said, and I think that's an easy sell. 1 year with your brother in your home state, people will like you. This will be fun.
You're going to get your numbers, your stats,
get all this stuff, and then this time next year, yeah, you're going to go play. I mean, the schools I'm hearing with Fielder, let's just say schools like Michigan, schools like Kentucky, schools like UCLA, schools, the biggest possible schools you could think of are the type of schools that are contacting and Drew Fielder is talking to.
You're saying that could be who Harwell could be talking to next year.
Yeah,
I saw
exactly.
Johnny, when I went to Twitter and typed in Isaiah Harwell to kind of search his name, there were people talking this time last year about him being a possible lottery pick in this draft this year. Like he's had that kind of hype in terms of being a future NBA player. So you come put up your 20 points a game here, you're getting paid either somewhere else or at the next level. Like it's probably a long shot. It would be a pretty cool story if he did it, but that would certainly. Mike Prater's been talking for weeks now. They need something to sell. Bringing in Isaiah Harwell, it would certainly do that.
Yeah, that would be. That's better than anything that you think they would bring in. But if they don't get him, they'll just plug away and keep doing what they do. And
he's
not
shooting
gonna
guard,
be an easy sell, but. Hopefully winning games will sell. But Harwell would be huge. But I think don't get all your eggs in that basket, man, because it's going to be real easy for that kid to get $1 million somewhere or $1 million plus somewhere. And
I think Boise State could offer him $1 million.
You think they could get to $1 million to offer him?
They probably could. If you got 3.5 to give, and if you're telling me, I'm calling them out here, but Matt Boucher, Travis Hawks, all these boosters, like if they said, hey, can you throw us an extra check to get this done? Like, you don't think some of these guys, the excitement level, he's what they need. Know. He's a 6'5", 6'6", shooting guard. He's exactly what they need. And you throw in the fact that he's a hometown kid or home state kid and has the ties here, and his brother lives. If I had a chance for 1 year right now to go live with my brother, live in the same town as my brother again, why would you?
A solid sell.
You're going to make your money. Gonzaga was one of the schools he was a finalist for. I could see them being back in play. There's some other schools, and yes, he could go pretty much wherever he wanted, wherever he wants. And other schools will certainly be able to outpay Boise State. So I do think it's probably less. That's why I said 15%, but I said 5% last week, Johnny. So I don't know. That'd be that would certainly help sell the program this offseason. There's a guard from Cal Poly that we saw connected to them.
I like that kid. He's really athletic.
Liam Campbell's
still
out there.
In here.
I was going to ask you so they've got one guy on board. I think they need another guard. Obviously the bigs. Oh, by the way, Andrew Meadow, don't know if you saw the report. There was a lot of folks when he went in the portal. Oh, good for him.
Fullerton.
Yeah, he's going nowhere. Yeah, his 2 visits he's taken scheduled, Oregon and Arizona State.
Exactly.
So I think that, again, shows that it was a money
and
thing.
That's why when you're like, wait,
thing.
Kentucky's interested in Fielder? Yes. So is Michigan, like those schools, just like big schools are interested in Andrew Meadow. Yep. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's sometimes just bigger exposure and a lot bigger paycheck, and it is what it is. And Andrew Meadow is, the day he went in the transfer portal, we'll see him at,
Oregon, man.
Oregon and Arizona State are the 2 visits scheduled. And obviously Randy Bennett has seen Andrew Meadow a couple times at St. Mary's play against them.
3 times?
Now he's at Arizona State.
Yeah, so that'd be funny. Andrew Meadow playing for Randy Bennett in Tempe.
It's still weird for me. I'm Randy Bennett at Arizona State.
Yeah, that's weird too.
Any final basketball thoughts? So you said you want bigs. They do need another guard. Are you okay if NATO is a starter next year? Do they?
I don't think he will be.
Okay.
But
even at the off guard spot,
I don't think he will be.
Okay.
I think NATO's going to come off the bench.
So they still have another guard out there somewhere.
Yeah, and
plus
the bigs,
2 bigs.
The bigs.
So 3 more guys.
At least, right? How many roster spots are there? 5, 6?
Now you can go up to 15 in terms of scholarships. But in terms of NIL
I want to
money,
see which big men, which guys they can get. And they're working on it, and they're trying. But you're right, big men are getting a lot of money. And, trying to get like a quality big sky big man is hard. Because there's
what about
hard out there.
What about the Utah Tech big man? Averaged 17 a game. He was at Utah, transferred down to Utah Tech. He also played with Bowie and with Harwell. What if all 3 of them decide to run
I'd
it
take
back
that guy in
together
a second. I just don't know if
Maybe all three of them decide to run it back again like the good old AAU days for a year.
What about that 7'9" dude at Florida? Where's he going? I'd love to have him here. I mean, dude.
I want Farrell Compton, who was at San Diego State.
He's probably
going to go higher level. But
yeah.
By the way, that Damari, I don't know how you do this, but when I saw Damari Wheeler-Thomas went in the portal and I heard they were interested in him, I looked at his tweet saying he was going in the portal, and I read the responses. And it was come to Iowa State, come to all these Iowa, all these other like power schools. Their fans wanted him. Okay, that was my first thought. Okay, this guy must be decent. Then we're talking to him yesterday, and he said if he had not signed with Boise State, did you hear where his next 2 visits scheduled were? One was High Point. He said because you've seen what they've done with guards, and they have a huge, they're up and coming. Their program.
They have money to spend for their level.
His other visit he was going to take was San Diego State.
Okay,
so Boise State theoretically beat out San Diego, and if San Diego State wants a dude, I think he's good enough to play at Boise State.
That kid's good.
Hey, how's it going, man? No love for Johnny there. What the heck?
BJ.
They're too starstruck when they see Johnny. They just say hi.
I don't even know that guy.
I don't either. He's riding his bike going to class. But the fact that San Diego State wanted to bring in Wheeler-Thomas for a visit.
Wheeler-Thomas is good, guys. Yeah. He was a high-level player in his league. That's going to translate to this league, and that's the game now. You get a new team every single year, guys. Yay! Brand new team every year. It's so much fun.
Matt Bauscher, Bauscher Real Estate, #1 ranked realtor in the Treasure Valley is Matt Bauscher. Check him out online, Bauscher Real Estate. If you're looking to buy or sell a home, Matt Bauscher, Bauscher Real Estate. Signature Roofing, look, re-roof, repair, estimate, inspection, all your roofing needs. Hit up Signature Roofing online at mysignatureroofing.com. Again, all your roofing needs. The official roofer of Bronco Nation News is Signature Roofing. Hey, Element Fencing, decks, pergolas, fences, cedar, wrought iron, vinyl, they can do it all. Brady and his company, 25 years in the fencing business. They're ready to help you build that perfect project from the ground up. Get more information online, elementfencing.com, or give them a call, 631-2790. Send them an email, info@elementfencing.com. Ridley's Family Markets, shopridleys.com. I know, Johnny, you like that CUNA location down there at Ridley's. Shopridleys.com. Find a location near you. They got some great deals and specials. And don't go to the big conglomerate grocery stores. When you need to head up to the grocery store, grab a couple things, think local.
Yep.
Think somebody that supports the community. And that's Ridley's Family Markets, shopridleys.com. Speaking of local, rowpaint.com, Andy Rowe and Company, whether it's those interior, exterior paintings, the concrete coatings, maybe it's the painter for a day project that they have. So check out rowpaint.com. Again, the official paint and coatings company of Boise State Athletics, and TCS, Transportation Compliance Service, transcompservice.com. Transportation Compliance Service. You can get into the trucking industry every step of the way. They can help you with the paperwork and things you need at Transportation Compliance Service, transcompservice.com. All right, Johnny, final thing here. Give us a thought. Excuse me. Final thought. Football practice today. We're about to head out there. What positions? Where are you focusing today? Any questions for Tim Keene, Zach Hill? Prime us for the football practice we're about to go see here.
Well, the offensive line we're seeing out here probably isn't the offensive line we're going to see when the season begins, just because they're cleaning some stuff up and getting some guys healthy. But I think it's going to do wonders for the depth of this offensive line. These guys getting all these first-team reps, and Tim Keene's a good coach, good teacher. So I'll look at the offensive line a little bit. Defensively, what's going on at the opposite corner. Sherrod Smith, I expect to be corner outside with Jaden Mickey. I don't think Nicky's going to be a nickel this year, guys. I think mainly they're going to have him where either McCoy was or Irby last year, field corner or boundary corner. Sherrod Smith's out, as everybody knows, spring. So we're getting a lot of opportunities to see other corners, step up and try to, Franklin Johnson Jr. we were talking about the other day. Maybe this is finally the year kind of he comes in, and then they brought in a few new guys too. So I'm always interested in the corners. Hopefully we get to see some one-on-ones too, see who wins that matchup.
What do we got, Idaho Sports Talk today? I know you haven't had your pre-show meeting yet, but I'm sure you'll be all over the Masters, all over football practice today.
3 p.m. Masters football. Bob Beeler, Bronco Focus on this thing. He'll be focusing on the offensive line, as we talked about, and Tim Keene talking to the media today. Should be a good episode, 3 o'clock on KTIK. Appreciate everybody for tuning in.
3 to 6. Check them out. Prater in the ball game. And I'll be on tomorrow at 4:15, as I do each and every week. Prater will join us at 9 a.m. tomorrow. And we'll continue to monitor the transfer portal for basketball. We'll talk football. 60% off right now if you want to go subscribe. We'd love to have you guys. Spring special with the portal open, 60% off right now at BroncoNationNews.com. It's like $4 and change a month. Go subscribe, become a VIP member, get all the intel we're seeing on the VIP message boards and all the paywalled content, our stories and things. Chris has some recruiting coverage going up. Nathan as well, Prater's column. So subscribe, BroncoNationNews.com, 60% off again. And grab a Sun Cruiser this weekend. We're in the Sun Cruiser studios. Appreciate Sun Cruiser and also appreciate our title sponsor, Lithia Ford of Boise. Jealous of Jim Sturk down there at Augusta, but Jim Sturk, Lithia Ford of Boise, new or pre-owned vehicle, never a better time. Go check it out. Appreciate you guys. Thanks for watching. Go subscribe. Thanks for the comments. We're going to head in and watch football practice. We'll do our interviews. We'll get those up on our YouTube channel this afternoon. And then you can listen to Johnny and Prater break it all down at 3 o'clock. And then Prater will join me at 9 a.m. tomorrow. So breaking news, we got you covered online, BroncoNationNews.com, social media as well. Go subscribe. And we're going to head into football practice. Appreciate you guys. Have a great rest of your day. And we'll talk to you later. Bronco Nation News Live, BroncoNationNews.com.